So what's the next step? If you've downloaded your dream sheet and you've gone through the process of looking internally in yourself, opening up your mind, and really saying, this is really what I want, and you've determined what that is, the next step is making it happen. How do we go about doing that? Step number 2 is know your actions. Because really it's more important than exercise, to be quite honest. 80% of your success is going to be all about what you put in your mouth. And if you're putting crap in, you're going to get crap out. It's that simple. If you're putting nothing in, you're going to get nothing out. It's really that simple. So you have to pay close attention to your nutrition. Here's the main thing to keep in mind. You need protein. Protein helps you to build healthy muscle mass. Don't worry, I'm not talking about you turning into some bodybuilding, big and bulky female. I'm saying just basic muscle mass. When you can feed that muscle protein, that muscle in turn will create high energy needs. And to meet those needs, it will burn fat. And it'll do it all day, which means basically you can raise your body's metabolic rate all day, 24 hours a day, and be in a consistent fat burning state. That's exactly what you want. Protein is very important. Carbohydrates, you need to have them. Listen, that's your body's energy source. If you completely remove carbohydrates, yes, you'll lose weight, but you're also losing your energy source, which means you're going to create huge cravings, and you're going to do what? You're going to go off on carbs when you do eat them again, okay? So you want to try to be balanced with your carbohydrates. The third thing that you need to do is get a lot of vegetables in. In fact, if you haven't been, I would highly recommend juicing. Listen, when you get these phytonutrients and the vitamins and the minerals into your body, it dynamically changes how your body works. You have a huge sense of vibrancy, a huge sense of well-being. Your mental clarity goes through the roof. And it has a huge effect on your body's ability to get rid of toxins, to burn fat, and to literally just be healthier. So get those vitamins in. And of course, water. That's the big one. I can't tell you how often people don't drink enough water. It's all the time. Put the soda away. Put the juices away. Drink more water. You have to exercise to make your dream body come true. But if you do the same things all the time, you're going to start running out of results very quickly. And you might be noticing it right now. Maybe you got a gym membership and you've been going to the gym loyally, and you hop on the treadmill, right? And you're on the treadmill and you're running, let's say, 60 minutes at a time. Not a really, hard pace, something that you can manage. But you get 3, 4, 5 weeks in and you start noticing you're getting no more results. That's because your body adapts. The body is amazing, right? And once it starts to adapt, you've got to do more. Now, the hard part about that is knowing what to do. Maybe you've never designed a workout program for yourself. You're not exactly sure how to design a workout program that will work. Well, if that's the case, I want to encourage you, if you're not already in Boot Camp Mania, come down and join us. Because one thing my clients never have to worry about is what their workout is going to be, and whether it's going to work, and whether it's going to be a good workout. And the other thing they don't have to worry about is doing the same boring things over and over again, because the main thing for me is variety. If you had a friend, and every time you went out with your friend, when you saw her and she saw you, looked at you and said, "Oh my God, you are a fat, disgusting pig. I'm embarrassed to even have you come hang out with me. Look at you. You're just a nasty slob." How long would that person be your friend? Not long, would they? I wouldn't blame you. You should not have to put up with that kind of insults and prejudice. You should never have anybody destroy you that way. And yet every day you may be having that internal conversation with yourself where you are destroying yourself. You are insulting yourself. You have self-prejudice, essentially. And what I want you to do is to pay close attention over the next 7 days to your internal dialogue. Are you that bad friend? Are you letting that bad friend reside in your mind with your internal conversations? Because if you are, that is something you've got to stop. You've got to nip it in the bud. You've got to break it. Because once you do, it will allow you to get back into control of your mind, in control of your actions, and then that will help you to achieve your dreams. You know what they are now. We've got to make it happen, and this is an important action to that. So here's your challenge for the next week. I want you, as soon as you wake up in the morning, to pay close attention to the words that you speak to yourself. I mean, do you wake up and say, oh, it's a beautiful day, I'm going to have an amazing day? Or do you wake up and say, oh, this sucks, I woke up today and look at me, I'm fat, and you walk in and you look in the mirror, you disgusting slob, and you have this entire negative, just horrible conversation with yourself that literally puts you in a completely bad state of mind and ruins your entire day? Well, if that's the case, I want you to pay attention, and I want you to download the Real Talk sheet below and write down the negative statement that you made. And then right below that, immediately after you've written down the negative statement that you just said, I want you to prepare a response to that statement. So if you wake up and you say to yourself, I hate you, you are a disgusting, no good, fat slob, how could you let yourself get like that? Write it down, word for word, the negative statement. And then I want you to replace it with something powerful. Something powerful like, how dare you? I am a wonderful mother of 3, a great mother, and I am determined by June the 1st to get into that size 6, and you can't stop me. Now, it might sound a little corny, but if you say, I hate you, you fat slob, and then you come back and start replacing that thought with the thought of, you can't stop me, using the same techniques that we talked about in part number 2, that emotional attachment. You can't stop me. You will not stop me. I'm a great mother, a great wife, a great woman, and I will get in that size 6. And you are willing to fight for that. That action will help you get to your dreams because you are now taking back control of your mind. And you start that with paying attention to what you're saying. And if it's not right, you got to put something in there that is right. You must replace it with a response. And for the rest of the week, whenever you say, I hate you, you fat slob, you replace it with, you can't stop me. All right? I don't know what it is you're saying to yourself, nor do I know what your positive, empowering response will be. But I do know this. If you take the time to listen, you will find your negative response. And if you take the time to really craft a strong, powerful, positive response, over time, 20, 30 days, maybe less, you will notice that you start kicking that bad friend out of your life, just like you would in real life. And yes, she'll come back to visit you every now and then, but you'll have a response. Get away from me. I don't have time for you. You're not going to stop me, okay? These are the conversations we need to have in our head. Now listen, I know this sounds insane because everybody says, do you talk to yourself? Oh yeah, but I never answer myself. Well, I talk to myself and I answer myself every day, and I'm not crazy, and neither are you, and it's what we have to do to stay in control of our mind. Because when you can get your mind right, you can get your body right, and it's the start of making your dreams come true. Nutrition. You got to put in good stuff to get good stuff out, okay? The second thing is exercise. Don't do the same old boring thing all the time. You got to change it up. You've got to have variety. It keeps you more engaged, and it also keeps your body constantly having to figure out what it has to do to keep up with all these different activities, which means you have the opportunity to see consistent changes in your body. And the third thing is your mindset. This is the most important action, first of all. Because you can work out and you can try to eat right, but if your mind's not right, you're not going to keep that up. And what I want you to do is to get back in control of your mind once and for all. So listen, I don't want to talk y'all to death. I've already talked too much, but I want you to do this, this little workshop, if you will. Go down there, download the Real Talk sheet, pay attention to your negative self-talk, and replace it with positive self-talk so you can get back in control of your mind. Remember, if you get your mind right, you'll get your body right, which means you'll have a New Year's revolution this year in 2013. I'm Todd Paul. Thanks for watching Mania Minute.